The January 6th Committee's 845-page final report that came out at the end of the last week has something very important missing from it. Nowhere in those 845 pages is the name Virginia Ginni Thomas mentioned at all. Her name, the testimony she gave to that committee back in September, the text messages that she sent to Mark Meadows and Trump attorney John Eastman, none of those are mentioned in that final report. The emails that she sent out to state leaders in Wisconsin and Arizona, begging them to not certify the state's election results and instead send the Trump electors, those weren't mentioned in the final report. To read the final report, you would assume that Ginni Thomas is a human being that doesn't even exist, because none of the things she did were mentioned in that final report. Which is weird, right? Other people who engaged in the same activities, the same kind of conduct, texted the same people that Ginni Thomas did, they're mentioned in there. Their text messages are in there. But not the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. So there's several possibilities here. One, either the panel, the select committee, understood that, listen, if we get in a fight with the United States Supreme Court by going after Ginni Thomas, that's probably not going to end well. That's a fight we're probably not going to win. And we don't even want to poke that bear, so we're just not even going to do it. So basically, they could have omitted any mention of Ginni Thomas, who of course has been in the news all year because it's a big story, but they just omitted it completely. So maybe it was to preserve the power structures in Washington, D.C. Maybe it was the powerful protecting the powerful. That, I think, is a very real possibility. But there's another possibility we have to discuss. And it's one that a lot of people on the left probably don't want to hear. But I'm going to say it anyway. Ginni Thomas, what she did was wrong. But what she did wasn't illegal. And that is the distinction that we have to make. It's dirty, it's gross, it's underhanded, absolutely. I'm not defending Ginni Thomas. But in the eyes of the law, Ginni Thomas getting online and filling out a pre-filled email form to send, hey, please don't certify your election results, that's not illegal. It's like if you go online and sign a petition. That's pretty much what that is. I know you're not signing petitions to overturn the government. However, there's nothing illegal about that. Texting Mark Meadows. Here's what one of the text messages said. The majority knows Biden and the left is attempting the greatest heist of our history. Help this great president stand firm, Mark. You are the leader with him who is standing for America's constitutional governance at its precipice. That's not illegal. Is it unethical? Sure. Should Clarence Thomas have recused himself from anything involving Donald Trump in January 6th? 100%. That's not even a question. But the reason Ginni Thomas's name might not appear in that final report is because they couldn't pin a single crime on her. And the reason that's important is because if you just throw that name out there, obviously the media is going to pick it up. And then if they look at it and they see that you're not trying to blame a crime on her, you're not trying to say she's may have done this, you're not recommending criminal charges for her, you're only doing this to embarrass her, which is something the Republicans would say, which would undermine the rest of the work of the committee. So while we may not be happy that Ginni Thomas's name was not in that final report, the fact that what she did may have been unethical doesn't make it illegal. And that is the distinction that we have to accept. As unfortunate as it is, that is the truth.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.